Welcome to the Hustling podcast. Today we are joined by Matan Slagter, the co-founder and CEO of Armadillo. They are essentially about home owners, and he will expand a little bit more about that later on into our conversation. Hi there, Matan. How are you doing? Thank you for joining us.
Oh, thank you for having me.
It is a pleasure. Now, for folks at home who might not be familiar, please do tell us more about Armadillo.
Yeah, we are a company that provides what I would refer to as the combination of coverage for the costs of breakdowns of anything in the home. So if your air conditioner or heating or plumbing, or if you have electric issues, your refrigerator goes out, we actually provide financial protection for the costs of either repairing or replacing. We also have a network. We have access to a network of technicians, independent contractors that fix those things. So we also connect the homeowners with the service provider, and we have our Armadillo Home Pros that help guide homeowners through any of these issues. And it's a plan. It's a plan that homeowners pay for on a monthly basis, and they get access to these services and financial protection.
Mm. I do know that also you've worked in different parts of the insurance industry. Why venture into warranty?
So I worked at AIG, and I was always on the consumer-facing part of AIG. And AIG had insurance solutions for businesses and insurance solutions for consumers, homeowners, individuals. And there, I worked with the homeowners insurance group, the auto insurance group, the health insurance group, and the warranty group. So I already got exposure back at AIG, um, and I got to know AIG's warranty business, and I sort of fell in love with it. Really, with the people in it, the people were great, and it was a very entrepreneurial business within AIG. So I think that's where the seed was planted. And then I met my co-founder who built a business before in the warranty industry. So we felt like it's a good space to go into because we have the connections and we can build a product pretty quickly, pretty capital efficiently. And that's how we got into home warranty.
Ah, what sort of makes, the Armadillo product different?
Um, a few things, a lot of things, I should say, but a few things. It's a lot of features, a lot of product features. One of the biggest things that makes us different is that the service contract itself is the coverage is very broad. We have less exclusions and conditions than a typical home warranty provider. We also let homeowners use their own technicians. We don't force them to use our network of technicians. So, for example, if you're a homeowner and you have a trusted plumber who you've been using for years, you can continue to use that plumber, and we will still reimburse for the cost of repairing or replacing whatever it is that needs to be repaired or replaced. It's a technology platform, so you can actually call us, you can talk to our people, but you can also file and request service digitally online. We make it super easy to request service. So it's a lot of small things, a lot of product features that coming together make a much better product experience for a homeowner.
Sure. I'm going to change gears for a little bit. Our audience here at Hustle Wing is mostly side hustlers and contract workers. What sort of projects or maybe even challenges that you guys have at the moment that you guys could see yourselves leveraging some of contract work from some of our network?
Yeah, well, you asked a really good question because given that we're less than 3 years old, we are working on everything at the same time. So everything has to be built and maintained, and everything is happening at the same time. So there's always work on a lot of different fronts. I'll give you a few examples. We use HubSpot as our CRM. We've learned how to use it in house. We took some trainings, but having an expert HubSpot CRM pro that can help us create consistent processes and repeatable processes and templates that can be used would be awesome. On the technology side, we have our chief technology officer in house, and then we outsource everything else. And I know we could use a lot of work there, both part-time work as well as full-time work on things like improving the user experience and in different areas of our website when we provide services to homeowners. And there's the sales side. That's probably the most dynamic area of our business today. We have different channels. So also our biggest, from an employee headcount, that's our biggest team. And there's always help that we could use there on the marketing side, on the brochures that we create for real estate. So we have a strategic partnership vertical on creating and reaching and creating a list of leads that we can then qualify or pre-qualify and make our team a little bit more efficient. So a P way that it's like there's a lot, and I'm just scratching the surface.
Yeah, definitely. So I suppose folks also that are interested can make sure to reach out. I want to go back to Armadillo. I want to know, why did you feel that you were ready to sort of venture into this specific space? I know you sort of touched on what sort of inspired you, but why now? Why was it important, to start the venture now?
Yeah. Well, I left my full-time job at AIG. It was in February of 2021. So it was after the pandemic had hit. I was already working from home, not going into the office 5 days a week, which was what I was used to doing. There are a lot of reasons that led into it. I think the biggest thing is I just believed that it's something that I needed to do in my career. Try and start my own business, whether it was warranty or another business. It was just I was very driven to do that. The other thing was that I was bickering, and for 4 or 5 years, my wife would just hear about different business ideas. And at one point, she said, just leave AIG. I support you. Go ahead. Go do it. And she was on board, and she's my biggest supporter. And that was a big thing. And then the third big thing is that my partner, we were introduced, and we really hit it off, and it felt like that was the right partner. So having a really good support structure and a good partner was a big part of my decision to leave the stable corporate world. And lastly, the idea, home warranty is an industry that we believe at Armadillo. I believed back then. Now the whole team believes is an area that needs a better product. The homeowners need a better product. I think the regulators need companies to provide a better service to homeowners as well. And we felt like we could be a part of that change. I guess I gave you 4 reasons. The devil's in the detail. But it's not easy to be founders and leave a full-time job. I'm happy I did what I did, but it's a lot of work and it's a lot of stress, and it's a lot of good and a lot of bad. One day it could be really good, one day it could be like things are not going your way. So if anybody is listening, considering this, they should know it's a roller coaster, but that's okay. That's part of the journey, and it's totally, for someone like me, I feel like it's totally worth it, and I could not be anywhere else right now.
The life of an entrepreneur.
Yeah.
Before I let you go, Matan, what do you have in the works? What's in the pipeline? Are there any projects that you're currently working on at the moment? What should we be looking out for?
Projects for potential hustlers who are ready to go, right?
Potential coming out of Armadillo, and also projects for especially side hustlers that are ready to sort of take on any new sort of prospects in the space.
Yeah, we really, I think, just a general, what I mentioned, HubSpot, help with HubSpot. I think that's something that we could really use help with right now. And in particular is related to enabling and powering up our sales force and giving them the tools to do what they do more efficiently. Because right now everybody's kind of doing their own thing in HubSpot, and I think we can be more centralized and efficient and give people templates and they can just go and rock and roll. We're launching a new product. It's less to talk about what a side hustler could do, but more so it's a big project that's been percolating at Armadillo. I think it's going to be an awesome new product. It's going to come into the market. Yeah, HubSpot. HubSpot is the one that comes to mind. I keep thinking about it. We're just scratching the surface on that. Another area, we're doing some innovative things on the customer experience side of the house. We're relooking and retooling how we're delivering digitally to our homeowner members. And there, we don't have any experts that do UX UI in house, so we're kind of like working on it. We haven't engaged any firm to help us with that, so that's an area that side hustler I can see coming in, making an impact right away.
Cool. Thank you so much, Matan, for your time. I think this was a brilliant conversation, and I think also the just the warranty space, so much to sort of leverage in terms of opportunity. So I'm really, really, really excited to also just keep an eye on some of the projects that you guys are working on. So thank you for your time.
Oh, thank you for having me. Thank you so much.